nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. No, I ain't tryna be like nobody else. Cause I'm having too much fun tryna be myself. No, I'm not the type of chick that like to follow trends. I got a small circle, no, don't need a lot of friends. You know I gotta get this money cause I like to spend. I see you haters watching, so I just give you a grin. How you guys doing? It's Sugar Londa. I'm here with another episode of Justheretovent. First of all, I'm in bed, but I'm not in bed. Second of all, I'm at work, but I'm on my break. Third of all, mind your motherfucking business, okay? Make sure y'all hit that like, that subscribe, the notification bell, share if you care. Check out all my shorts, my videos. Hit all of those things. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe and like. Subscribe and like. I need y'all to do both. I need y'all to do both those things, okay? I'm just coming through with the review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 15, Episode 7. And I'm going to be honest with you. My fault. My son was trying to come in and collect. Basically, I feel like this episode was a little desert. A little hairballish. Wasn't that great. I wasn't that excited. I wasn't that tuned in. I was definitely tuned out, but I did see the full thing. We had our scene with Drew. I'm gonna just hit all the highlights. We had our scene with Drew. She was in the studio with Ralph, or she was at a photo shoot. She was at something like that. She's telling me the best thing, they never had a problem with chemistry. But it's like, girl, y'all getting a divorce, so y'all had a problem with chemistry. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm just speaking facts, because we all know where this is headed, you know. So they're giving us little tidbits. We seeing like the little discord in their family regarding her trying to do her career. He don't really want to be involved anymore, and it's a lot of other stuff going on. Probably the falsities that they always putting out when they on camera, because they just never come off as genuine ever. We get a scene with I think it was Sanya was talking to Candy or whatever, and they was basically just talking about how Candy feels like Sanya don't be having her back, and that she feels like she's leaning on the fence, and that she's leaning towards more of the side of Marlo. And, you know, basically saying you don't really know Marlo, and bitch, you do hang out with Candy outside of the show. It's starting to give, maybe you have something personal against Candy privately in your mind, and now it's starting to manifest itself and show Rare's ugly head, rather. That's what it's starting to seem like. I'm sorry, Sanya. Like, I was trying to root for you, but you just seem like you retarded, you dippy, you is like a pancake. You always flip-flopping. Like, always flip-flopping. I can't really get with that. I'm sorry. I'm not interested anymore. And then I did watch Candy speak on it, and I'm gonna get to Candy speak on it in a minute. So back to the show. So then they had this little Gucci brunch that they was having or whatever, where they all had to come in Gucci. You know, Marlo in the comments, she's sitting there talking big shit, commenting on everybody's outfit. She said that what's that bitch name? Drew looked at like a handyman. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was funny. And to be honest, I didn't know why Sheree's pants were so large. I wasn't feeling her look. She did look refined, but I don't know, I didn't like the pants at all. Kenya looked nice, and I do understand what she was saying about whole I don't gotta wear the labels, because it's like, if it's Gucci, it's Gucci. You don't gotta have the label on to say it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people always have the labels. They think that shit means something. That shit don't mean nothing. But yeah, I don't think that any of them look that great to me. That's my personal opinion. Actually, Marlo probably was killing them, even though I can't stand that bitch. But she did look nice. Her glasses was cute. Her whole outfit was given. What the fuck it was supposed to have gave? Like, I'm sorry, that bitch shut that shit down. So they talking, they trying to discuss it at the table at the brunch, you know, the problem. Courtney and Candy came to some resolve, which was cool. We already knew that was going to happen because she talked about that on her speak on it. And then when it was time for Marlo and Candy to get it done, you know, Kenya kept saying stuff, Drew kept saying stuff, and they definitely, I can honestly say they was not letting Marlo talk. So I do feel like, okay, let this woman talk. But I also feel like Candy just don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to hear it anymore. She's completely over it. She's already stepped outside of that situation. Like, she's completely like zoned out of that situation. That's how I see it. And to be honest, I would be too. And then I feel like, you know, Candy did say fuck your flowers and fuck you. Like, you know what I'm saying? She said that right at the table, like, you know, to Marlo. So it wasn't like Marlo had to go around and get it from somebody. Candy was being insensitive at that moment, but after somebody keep dragging you and dogging you and talking all this shit and saying all of this negative stuff, honestly, you're not going to want to be friendly to them, and no, you're not going to give a fuck about their grief, because I completely can identify with that, because once you do something shady to me, or you do something that makes me feel like you don't care about me, it's fuck you every day and all day. You know what I'm saying? We're not going back. You know what I'm saying? Like right now I'm dealing with a situation. Why is it that when people, I'm gonna get into that in another video. I'm gonna stay focused on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So they had the little brunch. To be honest, there wasn't that many highlights in this episode. The episode was definitely given very much dry. Now I want to go to Candy speak on it. On her speak on it, she basically was saying, like, Sanya's starting to annoy her on and off the show, which had me cracking up. And I understand what she's saying, because it's like Sanya, then you go on Carlos King talking about, oh, you think that Candy and Kenya should be off the show. And Candy was like, bitch, judging by the fans, you the one that's boring. Don't nobody want your ass on the show. What the fuck is you offering besides that Ross birthday party and them dry ass beef patties that you had last year, and your trip to Jamaica where you basically wasn't even present and your ass was fucking going out working, which is good, it's commendable, but bitch, we on a fucking girls trip and you knew that, so don't plan it if your ass can't be present. That's just my opinion. I ain't about to grind you up because Kenya done given some pretty shitty fucking trips too. I'm just saying, like, yeah. And then Candy basically was saying, like, okay, you saying you think we need to be off the show. The fans don't even like you. They think you boring. And I can concur, and I also agree with that. Like, I was rooting for saying y'all was trying to give her a chance, but all of this flip-flopping shit is making me like, okay, bitch, get off my show. During the brunch, Marlo had walked out because she was just tired of Kenya being disrespectful, but Kenya don't like her. You know what I'm saying? Kenya was wrong, and I do feel like Kenya was egging on the situation, because if Marlo would have smacked the shit out you or dragged you, you'd be the first one going to the fucking courts trying to sue that hoe. I'm just saying, you know, Kenya, don't be poking people if you know you ain't finna poke nothing back. Like, for real. Stop. And bitch, can you hurry up and get divorced? Please. I would love for your divorce to be final by the time next season come. Or before it even start. Please, girl. I'm over that. As far as with Drew and Ralph, I feel like we're about to start seeing some more of their mishaps and their arguments coming up the next few episodes. I hope they don't drag this season out. I'm gonna be honest, they can get everything they need done in like 12 episodes, because I'm starting to be a little bit bored. I'm sorry. I love y'all ladies, but yeah, it's not giving what it was supposed to give, and y'all is all giving geriatric drama. I'm sorry I said what I said. Tell me what y'all think about this episode. Definitely wasn't given for me. Hit the like, the subscribe, the notification bell, share if you care. And I'm going to see y'all in the next joint, y'all.